Hello, fellow Flosstubers. It's Patty here, the Alaskan cross stitcher. Today is April the 3rd, 2023, and this is episode 221. And on today's show, I have whips and haul, so sit back and relax, grab your beverage of choice, coffee for me, your craft of choice, and let's chat. So, how was everybody's week? Mine was good. I went and saw my mom on Thursday. They had moved her back to her normal room, and she was very happy about that. And she seems to be doing well. She didn't go to the dentist like she was supposed to. She's supposed to go now at the end of April. So we'll have to wait and see on that. Friday, I did get my truck back. So I have Casper back because that's what I have decided to name him, is Casper. So he's back in the garage. I have to be very careful by pulling in and backing out because he just fits. So yeah, it's been very interesting, but I know once the snow is gone and I'll be able to get an easier shot into the garage, because right now there's a kind of a lump of where the snow ends and the concrete begins. So yeah, so it'll work out in the end. Sunday, we decided to have a snowstorm. So there was a small snowstorm, not anything too dramatic. We didn't get a whole bunch of snow, but it was just really sad. The roads were almost all clear and then snow. But today I went out and most of the heavily traveled on roads are clear again. So that is good. Sunday, I had the littles and we had a really good time playing and just hanging out. So yeah, I really don't have that much more to say. So on with the stitching. All right. So I worked on Nevermore by Leela Studios. I am stitching this on 32 count Felspar by Picture This Plus. And I decided to leave it on the Q-snap so it would be easier to take on and off. And I think I just decided to leave it on the Q-snap. So I finished this motif and did this motif. And I didn't do a whole heck of a lot of stitching on stuff this week. I was kind of with the stitching. So I worked every day on a project, but I didn't do a lot of stitching. So that is where I'm at on this one. And you will see I did leave some of these on Q-snaps and others I'm not going to. Okay, and then I got Turkish Delight by Rosewood Manor. And I'm stitching this on 32 count Stellar by Picture This Plus, I believe. Let me see if I can find that again. I'll show you where I'm at. Sorry, I have the sniffles a little bit today. So I worked right in here. And I like it. I think it's turning out great. It's a lot. This is a lot of fun to stitch. I'm trying to see if I could find, because I think this is Stellar. I don't have the tag anymore. Sorry about that, but if my memory serves, this is Stellar. Okay. And then I got Halloween Sampler by Teresa Kogut. And if you remember, this is the one that I started or was doing the border, saw that I made a mistake and had to rip it out. Well, I added all the stuff I ripped out. So this is on 32 Count Heritage by Picture This Plus. And I just worked on getting the border in. So this time I double checked before I went down any further to make sure that I had it right. And I do. So I worked on that side. Okay. I am thinking about cutting the excess fabric off, but I'm not sure yet. Might be easier just to leave the excess on so it's easier to get into the cute snap. Need a drink, excuse me. All right. Then I pulled out Quaker Gone Haunted by Michelle Ink. And this I'm stitching on 36 Count Bramble Edinburgh Linen by Picture This Plus. And I got the Tombstone Angel all complete. Here it is. Now I did have to buy an extra of the wool thread on this project, and I still have a lot of it leftover. So this was Driftwood by Gentle Arts. So I have this much left. So it's almost like a full skein left. But I did have to use some of it, of the second. So, yeah. So if you're going to work on it, you might keep that in the back of your mind that you might need it. I am not skimpy on my thread if I have a lot left over, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be a lot to use again. I just get rid of it because I figure I can get more if I need to. So that's what I did. Okay, and then on the 31st of March, I worked on October 31 by Cottage Garden Samplings. I am stitching this on, I believe this is 32 Count Heritage again by Picture This Plus. And I worked on the Raven. So, and the Raven is off over here a little bit. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to fudge it. It'll be okay. But yeah, that is where I'm at. Because I know that the last time you guys saw it, I was still up here in the Raven. So I added all of that. So very cool. I'm really liking this. And I'm really hoping I can get this done in time for Halloween. Well, yeah, I can. I know I can. Oh, I accidentally left the pattern out by my stitching my copy, so I'll have to put that back in my bag today. Okay, and then of course I worked on Christmas House, art by Steve Crisp, charted by Artisy. And I'm stitching this on 25 count Easy Count Gray and White Lugana. And I am working on this page here. So I think this is the end of the page over to here. So that is the page. Oh, right here. I didn't stitch a lot on this last week, but I did every single night. So that is my goal for this piece, is to work on it every single night. And Saturday and Sunday. And Saturday I hardly stitched at all. I don't know why. I was just not feeling stitching. I've been kind of playing Zelda Breath of the Wild again. So sometimes that is what I do instead. So that is all of my stitching for the week. Plans. I'm spinning the wheel again, but on Friday, every other Friday, I am going to work on Christmas House starting this Friday. So this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be Christmas House, except for the evenings, of course, which is also Christmas House. And today I spun the wheel and I've got If Pumpkins Could Fly. So that is what I'm going to be working on after I talk to you guys. And I am getting a late start today. This is, I think it's after 1. So I'm kind of late to the game here. Sorry about the crinkling. I should have opened this before. I got my Fabric of the Month Club from Garon Stitchery, and I am very sorry. It came in on Saturday. Ooh, nice. And my name is even on it. That's kind of cool. This is Vapors by Atomic Ranch Fabric. And it is 32 count linen. So let me, sorry for all the crinkles. Okay. I'll bring it out. There we go. Yeah, it is a very light gray. So, yeah. Wow. This got bad lighting today. Between the overhead and the ring camera. I don't know why it's got bad lighting, but there's bad lighting today. So, here we go. So that's what it is. Lots of shadows, I think, today. So there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna probably be in this club for, I'm thinking 6 months, and then get out of the club. Oh, put that back. And I am going to replace some of the fabric with some of these. So, so here we go. There is a tale of woe that I do need to talk to you guys about. If you recall, I was knitting that baby blanket for my niece. Well, I washed it and dried it, and terrible things happened to it. So, one full skein decided to, on both sides, do all of these pulls and all these terrible things in the washer and the dryer. But the other skein is fine. There is no pulls. There is no damage. I have no idea what happened. So this blanket is going to be thrown in the back of the truck for an emergency warming blanket in case we need it. I have already purchased some other stuff for my niece for her baby girl. Because, yeah, I don't have time to knit her a new blanket unless I killed myself to do it. And I'm just not knitting that much to even try to do that. So I've purchased her some other things. But it's very sad that that blanket did that. And I really have no idea. My tension hadn't changed. I hadn't changed how I was knitting. Nothing. I did no changes, and one side did that and the other side's fine. So weird. So I would not recommend the baby yarn that this is made out of. I can't remember, and I don't have the tag anymore, but it's like a chenille, and I would not recommend it. And I believe it's not Lion Brand, it's Simply Soft, that Karen, I think it's a Karen brand. But I can't remember, and I'm really sorry. I wish I had written it down somewhere or kept the I usually kept the ball tag, but I didn't this time. So, yeah, I would not recommend this stuff at all. Alrighty, so looking around, I really don't have anything else to talk to you guys about. I want to thank you all for your comments and well wishes about my truck. I appreciated those. It was quite an ordeal. But everything with the truck is good. They gave us a brand new spare tire that's a 17-inch instead of a 16-inch. So if we are somewhere and it decides to lose a tire, I at least have a full size for my truck tire. They did give me the 16-inch tire, and we are thinking about getting it a rim to have it for around town, just in case, because the 17-inch does not fit underneath the truck. Toyota Tacoma, the tires fit underneath the bed, the bed of the truck. Is it the bed? No. It fits behind the truck, underneath, and can come up and down, but it's 16-inch fits, the 17-inch does not. So you would have to put it in the bed of the truck. And the bed of that truck is real small already, so we don't want to take up more room with that tire. If we go in long distance travels where he's driving the motorhome and I'm driving the truck, then we'll throw that tire in just in case. Alaska roads used to pop lots of tires, especially the Alcan, which is the Alaska-Canadian highway. It's not as bad. You don't hit a lot of dirt roads. Most of the roads are paved, but there is the opportunity of driving down a dirt road. So if we do that, we want to have to be able to drive back into town, we would like to have a normal size tire. So we have a big size, or not normal, but you know, the tire sized appropriately to the truck. There we go. My mind is going really fast and my mouth is not keeping up. You know, that happens sometimes. But yes, it's nice to have Casper back in the garage, and it's a joy to drive. Even after the snow, I put it back in 4-wheel drive and just drove it around town. I did put it down to 2-wheel drive today because, like I said, most of the roads are clear. So anyway, I guess that is all the blathering that I have for you this week. If you're new, I hope that you have enjoyed what you've seen and that you will subscribe and like. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back week after week, month after month, and year after year. I really do appreciate it, as do all of your Flosstubers. So I hope that you are staying safe, healthy, and happy. I hope that if you celebrate Easter, you have a great Easter weekend. And I hope that whatever you craft it to your heart's content. And I will see you next week. Bye, guys.